Welcome you to the 48th annual Port Jervis Pause for the Pledge ceremony. As you all know, this is Saturday, June 14th. It is Flag Day, and here we are in beautiful Orange Square Park that is almost complete from its total renovations. Of course, our 1888 Civil War statue has been completely redone over, as well as if you come by at night, it's all lit up. It's amazing. Beautiful stage that's been built here, so more events can be held in this park. Again, I thank you all for coming, and let's give a hand to the Broom Street Band for their patriotic numbers. I don't really have to introduce myself. I think you know who I am. I'd like to invite our mayor, distinguished mayor, Honorable Dominic Siegel, up to give a proclamation and some remarks.
Thank you, Kelly. I'd like to welcome everyone to tonight's ceremony at Veteran Square Park. It's nice to see that the weather finally started cooperating with us, and it feels more like October as opposed to June. Today, Saturday, June 14th, we are here in Port Jervis, are proudly showing our patriotism, independence, and symbolism for Flag Day. Flag Day is not just a celebration of cloth and color, it's a recognition of everything the flag represents. The courage of those who fought for our freedoms, the resilience of people who weathered wars, conflicts, and social struggles. In the outgoing effort to build upon a more perfect union, where liberty and equality truly extend to all. Let's take a moment today to reflect on what the flag means to each of us. To some, it's a symbol of opportunity, the chance to build a better life. To others, it's a memory of sacrifice of loved ones who served and gave us all. And to all of us, it should be a reminder that being American is not about being perfect, but about striving every day to live up to the ideals the flag represents. I'll read off the proclamation today designated Flag Day in the city of Port Jervis, commemorating our respect to the American flag and its history and significance. Flag Day 2025. Whereas the annual day specifically celebrating the flag is believed to have originated in 1884, and whereas Flag Day is officially established by the proclamation of President Woodrow Wilson on May 30th, 1916, and whereas on August 3rd, 1949, President Harry Truman signed an act of Congress designating June 14th of each year as National Flag Day, and whereas on June 14th, each year communities across the nation recognize the Stars and Stripes by properly displaying the flag from their homes, businesses, and public buildings. And whereas, by observing this tradition of the Flag Day celebration by properly displaying the flag of the United States of America, it is strongly endorsed by the City of Port Jervis, and therefore, I, Dominic M. Siegel, declare June 14th, 2025, Flag Day within the City of Port Jervis, and encourage all residents to participate in the traditional ceremony of Flag Day by properly displaying the flag on Saturday, June 14th, signed by myself, Dominic Siegel, Mayor of the City of Port Jervis.
Thank you, Mayor. Fortunately, we did not have the rain, so our Elks are here, and I think they're going to unfurl the flag for us as we prepare to say the pledge. Tonight, on our program, it says that the pledge will be given by Rachel Ainella. It will not. Rachel couldn't be here tonight. So stepping in her place is Krista Brink of the Old Mine Road chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. Keep in mind, this is the 250th anniversary of the United States Army today as well. And next year we will be celebrating 250 years of our country. While they're unfurling the flag, if I could ask for our Port Jervis High School choir to come up here on the stage. They will be performing the national anthem directly after Ms. Brink gives the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, I'd ask everyone to rise, please. Remove your covers. And here is Miss Christopher.
I'd have everyone divert their attention to the flag over here on this side. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Wonderful job, thank you. Since the flag has been unfurled by the Elks, I'm going to ask their exalted ruler, Tina Everett, to come up, and she's going to do the Benevolent Protective Order of the Elks, Port Jervis Lodge 645's presentation of what the Elks have done with the American flag.
Good evening and happy Flag Day to all. On behalf of myself, my fellow Elk members, officers, and antlers here with me today, we thank you for always including us in being part of this day and this special ceremony. Patriotism has characterized the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks of the United States of America since the early days of the organization. Allegiance to the flag of our country is a requirement of every member. In 1907, the Grand Lodge of the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks designated by resolution June 14th as Flag Day. The Grand Lodge in 1911, and that requirement still continues to this day. The Elks prompt President Woodrow Wilson to recognize the order's observance of Flag Day for its patriotic expression. But it is not until 1949 when President Harry Truman himself a member of the Elks Lodge, inspired his own lodge in Independent, Missouri, made the proclamation that thereafter, June 14th, would be a day of national observance for the symbol of our country. What is the meaning of the flag of the United States of America? There can never be a definitive answer to this question. There are people in the world who see it as a symbol of imperialism. Others see it as a destiny of the people. But Woodrow Wilson resolved his reverence to these and similar views when he said, "The flag which we honor and under which we serve is the emblem of our unity, our power, our thought, and shape of this nation. It has no other character than that which we give it from generation to generation. The choices are ours." The greatest significance of this flag lies in the influence it has in the hearts and minds of millions of people. It has waved over the unparalleled progress of a nation in developing democratic institutions, scientific knowledge, education, and culture. It has served as a beacon for millions of poor and oppressed refugees abroad and stands as a promise that the underprivileged will never be forgotten. May we ever love and defend it always. Thank you.
Thank you, Tina. That was wonderful. Next, definitely no stranger to our Flag Day ceremony. I have Tony Marion here to do a reading about the American flag. Tony.
Thank you, Kelly, for the honor of letting me speak tonight about the history of our American flag. Happy Flag Day, everyone. The flag of the United States, the American flag, is the national flag of the United States. However, the American flag was not designed, sewn, and accepted without its trials. The American flag, as we know it today, went through a long period of many changes before becoming the stars and stripes we see today. Even after the flag became the official symbol of the rebellious new country, few were alike in size, color, or even design. On July 3rd, 1775, George Washington began forming the First Continental Army. His troops came from towns, rural settlements, and farms. These men usually belonged to the militia headquartered in the nearest settlement or town, and it was those many militia that formed much of the First United States Army. It must have been a colorful sight as one militia after another arrived, all carrying their own individually designed flags. On January 1st, 1776, the Continental Army was formed, and a common flag was hoisted on a flagstaff 76 feet, that's ship's mast, set on Prospect Hill in Boston. It was similar to the British Union Jack. After the signing of the Declaration of Independence, the brand of the new flag became obsolete. On June 14, 1777, Congress passed a short resolution. Resolved that the flag of the United States be made of 13 stripes, alternate red and white, that the Union be 13 stars, white in a blue field, representing the new constellation. The resolution did not define the proportions of the new stars and stripes, nor did it state the direction of the stripes, the size of the cannon, the design or arrangement of the stars, or even the size of the flag itself. It did not say why the colors red, white, and blue were chosen. Consequently, the flag makers were free to make the flag to their own liking. It was not until 1818 that Congress specified the stripes would be horizontal. Complete official specifications for the design of the flag was not defined until 1912 with the adoption of the 48-star flag, and then not by Congress, but by executive order of the President. Over the years, there have been several flag acts, and new stars were added as states joined the Union. On July 4, 2007, the 50-star flag became the version of the flag in longest use, surpassing the 48-star flag that was used from 1912 to 1959. Several legends surround the first American flag. Perhaps the best known and most widely accepted is that of Betsy Ross. Another legend concerns the captain of the Minuteman Company, John B. Hooker. Francis Hopkinson, the signer of the Declaration of Independence, has the only documented public claim to being the designer and maker of the original U.S. flag. Payment would have documented him as the maker of the first flag, but no payment was made. The origin of the Stars and Stripes are shrouded in mystery, legends, and half-truths. Facts strongly suggest that the flag had no single designer, but a conglomerate of ideas and designs. Any claim that the Stars and Stripes was used before June 14, 1777 is without verification. No flag has ever been found that conformed to Congress Resolution of 1777, nor documented proof of one's existence. It is also unlikely that any official Stars and Stripes flag ever flew the year following the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776, although it is possible that one could have been made in July or August of that year. When Alaska and Hawaii were being considered for statehood in the 1950s, more than 1,500 designs were submitted to President Dwight D. Eisenhower. If that many designs for a new flag were submitted in our modern times, it is not difficult to understand how designs for the flag of a new country all those many years ago could be lost to history. Of those 1,500 proposals, one created by 17-year-old Robert Heft in 1958 as a school project received the most attention. His mother was a seamstress, that made me jealous, but he refused to do any of the work for him. He originally received a B- for the project. After discussing the grade with his teacher, it was agreed that if the flag was accepted by Congress, the grade would be reconsidered. Heft's flag design was chosen and adopted by presidential proclamation after Alaska and before Hawaii was admitted into the Union in 1959. According to Heft, his teacher changed his grade to an A for the project. The 49 and 50-star flags were each flown for the first time at Fort McHenry on Independence Day in 1959 and 1960, respectively. As I was doing some research for this presentation, I found a story that celebrates our love of our country and its flag. The United States Flag Book outlines guidelines for the use, display, and disposal of the flag. For example, the flag should never be dipped to any person or thing. This tradition may come from the 1908 Summer Olympics in London. Countries were asked to dip their flag to King Edward VII. The American flag bearers did not dip the American flag. American team captain Martin Sheridan is famously quoted as saying, "This flag dips to no earthly pain." Our flag is our national symbol for the entire world to see and to know who we are. Thank you, Kelly and fellow Port Jervis. God bless Port Jervis and happy Flag Day, everyone.
Some great history stories in there. Thank you very much, Tony. So, many of you know that a staple to our Flag Day ceremony is Catherine Westfall. I believe she probably did it every all 48 years that we've had it. Unfortunately, Catherine is under the weather and absolutely could not make it here tonight. So I reached out to a former high school student that also, anytime I call upon him, he's willing to lend a helping hand. So, although he doesn't know Catherine Westfall's Our Flag, Brandon Ross is going to come up and lead us in a couple of numbers for the patriotic songs. Come on up, Brandon. In 249 years, there have been so many songs about the flag in our country. A few of these songs, I'm sure the chorus can help, and even if you don't have a great voice, sing along.
Slight correction, my name is Braden.
I'm sorry.
And it's okay.
Sorry.
He's only known me for like 7 or 8 years. All right, just. So wait, this Our Flag.
So that's first song. That's first song. So
I don't know that.
no, that one you don't.
I don't know that one. Okay. Let's do This Land Is Your Land. Let's start with that one. Like I said, my name's Braden. I'm a proud Port Jervian. I'm a resident of Sparrowbush. I'd like to thank Mr. Decker and everybody who makes events like this happen. Okay, let's start. And also I'd like to thank Al for giving me this tambourine for free last summer. I was gonna bring my guitar, but then I was like, you know what, let's make it a little more low-key, so I found this tambourine and I thought it was perfect. Okay. So This Land Is Your Land. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking a ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me a golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, and this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I've roamed and rambled, and I followed my footsteps, the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, and this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Oh, this land was made for you and me. All right, next we'll do God Bless America. While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through Tomorrow all the things were gone I've worked for all my life, and I had to start all over with my future children and my future wife. I would thank my lucky stars that I'm living here today, 'cause that flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Thank you, Braden.
That was great.
Wonderful job. Great job. Thanks for stepping in. We're going to part in a few minutes, reflect on the next year as our country enters its 250th year as strong Americans. We are going to be led out by the Broome Street Band in the Stars and Stripes Forever. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night.
I'm gonna start another basketball team. I'm gonna start a basketball team. I'm gonna start a basketball team. I'm gonna start a basketball team.